Welcome, ladies and gentle beasts. As you can see, we have been very busy filling and sanding. Since the last episode, the upper half of the fuselage is now finished except for the tail section. In this episode, we will finish the tail and start working on the lower fuselage half. Don't mind the different colors. The surface has a continuous 600 grit finish and already feels smooth like glass. I love the organic lines of the tail section. You can almost feel the low induced drag by just looking at it. Now we just need to get the surface done too. I am using a special professional sander, which actually is a copy of the Mirka Deros, but at half the price. Honestly, this type of orbital sander is that good that it would be worth any price. It has virtually no vibrations and only half the height of a traditional orbital sander. Also the weight is just half, making sanding possible for hours and hours without tiring too much. At the same time, it has a very high eccentricity of 5 mm. For your reference, most other sanders have around 2 mm. So it will take off so much material you will think it is a belt sander, while leaving almost no tool marks. As you might have guessed, it is crucial that the surface of the vertical tail follows the profile of the airfoil. To achieve highest conformity, I am starting with a 400 grit sandpaper right away from the start. Not sure if it makes a difference, it just takes a little bit longer. The same is true for the horizontal tail. You will notice that progress is slower with the fine grit, but in my opinion this makes it easier to be more precise. The light and dark pattern that you can see are the brush strokes from applying the coat with a brush. For very complex surfaces, we are using a thick and soft foam pad adapter on the machine. Sanding is the most time-consuming task. There is no shortcut and it will define how the aircraft looks like at the end. So it makes sense to just take your time and do it right. Between changing the grit of the sandpaper, you should always clean the surface when working with a grit of more than 200. This is because the abrasion may have a bigger diameter than the grit of your sandpaper. This could then potentially lead to scoring, but it is only relevant above a grit of 200. Of course, it is never wrong to have a clean workplace. The same goes for the second side. Clean it up, fix whatever damages you find, and then let's start with the bottom of the fuselage. Let's have a quick look at how good the fuselage already looks. Almost ready to take the female molds. There are a few spots with air bubbles where we sanded through. We are now fixing them with the thick yellow filler before we apply the last layer of regular black colored polyester. And this is how the belly of the beast looks like. There is almost no waviness at all, so I guess a single additional layer will do the trick. As the last thing for today, we are applying some filler to the areas where the parts are joined. No point here in saving material. If it's too much, it will be sanded away, but if it's not enough, we would have to do it all over again. Turning the aircraft around was quite a challenge because the surface is already that smooth, but I forgot to turn on the camera, so there is no footage of it. As always, leave us a comment, hit the like button like crazy. We are so short of meeting the magic threshold of 1000 followers. Let's see if we can cross them this time. Don't forget to tune in the next time, and as for now, fly safe, fly Horus.